This is Miami Jai-alai. It is the largest, most luxurious fronton ever built. It was completed in 1925 and doubled in size in 1965. Literally millions of people have visited the Jai-alai fronton over the nearly 50 years of its operation. On any given night, you can spot license plates from virtually every state of the Union in vast parking lots. Jai-alai is a tradition in Miami that was pioneered by men of vision whose sons and grandchildren continue that tradition and dedication to the sport. The rules of Jai-alai are the easiest to understand of any ball game. The game begins with the player serving the ball from line 11. On the serve, the ball must land between lines 4 and 7. The opposing player must catch the ball in a wicker basket called a cesta and return it to the front wall. The action continues in a throw and catch manner until one of the players misses the ball or throws it into a foul area. All the action is directed to the front wall from left to right as you view the game in the air-conditioned auditorium, protected from the rock-hard ball by a huge wire screen. Often, the ball travels to the back wall, forcing the player to return it with his back to the front wall and falling hard on the concrete floor. The players wear no protective padding. Only a helmet is worn to protect their heads from serious injury. The ball is harder and heavier than a baseball and travels at speeds better than 150 miles. It follows a traditional pattern of win, place, and show. There's also Quinella and Perfecta wagering, which is now popular all over the world and was invented at Miami Jai-alai. The young lady is called a telewager girl. 65 of these attractive young ladies will take your wager right at your seat, give you a receipt, and then phone your bet to a special bank of mutual windows where they are recorded on the computerized equipment. If you win, she will return to your seat and pay you off. You never have to leave your seat. The telewager system was also pioneered at Miami Jai-alai and has proven most successful. To wager the Quinella, you pick two teams. They can finish first and second or second and first. The order of finish does not matter, just as long as the two teams you select are the top two finishers. The Perfecta, which was introduced at Miami Jai-alai, is sometimes called an exacta in other states. In this wager, you must predict the exact or perfect order of finish. For example, you pick post 2 to win the game and post 5 to come in second. You ask for a 2-5 Perfecta. If the result is the 5 winning the game and the 2 coming in second, you lose. The 2 must win and the 5 must come second for you to be a winner. Payoffs on the Perfecta form of wagering are naturally very high. There is also daily double wagering as at horse tracks. Now, let's have another look at the game. Normally a card is made up of 12 games, be it in the matinee or at night. The players march to post, salute the public in the traditional style, and the game begins. There are 8 post positions. This is a doubles contest. As soon as a team loses, they go to the end of the line, and then the next post or team will come up. You always know who your teams are because of the various colored shirts the players wear, coded to the post position numbers. For example, red is always number 1, blue is number 2, etc. The average newcomer to Jai-alai gets onto the whole procedure after the first or second game that he has watched. The teams continue to rotate until one team has gained the amount designated for the game, usually 7. The pelota, or Jai-alai ball, is about 3/4 the size of a baseball, harder and livelier than a golf ball. It's made of hand-wound Brazilian Depara rubber, covered with linen, and 2 layers of goat skin. They cost about $45 each. However, they are recovered and are usable for usually 100 to 200 operating nights. The cesta, or basket, is made of thin Spanish chestnut, woven with an imported reed. The ribbing of the cesta imparts a terrific spin to the ball. Each cesta is custom-made in Spain to the preference of each player, and the fronton keeps a competent ball repairman and basket repairman to take care of the tools of the trade. Jai-alai is considered the most graceful of all the sports. That is why so many women love the game. In fact, many nights the audience is 50% male and female. Yes, the game is simple to understand, but the finesse, the great skill involved in it, that's where the art lies. A Jai-alai ball can spin like a top. When the player throws the ball in a certain fashion, he can make the ball take a tremendous topspin, or English, veer to the left or right, or bounce very high. On other occasions, he'll make the ball hit the side wall first, and then the front wall. This is called the Carom Shot, and you better be nimble of foot to get out to the wooden portion of the playing court to make the recovery before the ball goes crashing into the screen. Action like this brings the public to their feet many, many times per night. The average Jai-alai game lasts about 10 minutes. Imagine the amount of thrills and action you get for your $2 wager at Jai-alai. The management of Miami Jai-alai feels that food is a very important part of their total package and contributes greatly to their success. Therefore, rather than concession the food out, they operate the dining rooms and snack bars themselves, thereby assuring their patrons of high-quality food and excellent service at reasonable prices. Many say the finest steaks in Miami are obtainable at Miami Jai-alai's Concha Club. Jai-alai offers a total evening out. Reserved seats, including tax admission, are from 75 cents to $3.50, and there's also a huge TV lounge to watch the action on closed-circuit TV. Now, let's zero in on some of this thrilling Jai-alai action. Nothing escapes the eye of the slow-motion camera. Note how they climb the wall, move in and out of each other's path. Realize this ball traveling at this incredible 150 miles per hour is a dangerous object. The players step in and out of the ball's path, actually taking a chance of being hit with every exchange of the ball. No, you can't be old in Jai-alai. It's a young man's game. Players often climb the walls high enough to where their feet are just above the marker numbers on the side wall, which incidentally only tell the player where he is in relationship to the court. The player uses so much force in the forward thrust of this Jai-alai ball that often their right arms are up to 2 inches longer than their left arms when they retire after a 10 to 15-year career in the game. The players at Miami Jai-alai are the greatest in the world. Miami Jai-alai pays the top money of any fronton and maintains a school system. In their subsidiary fronton in Guernica, Spain, currently, there are 94 students playing on a daily basis. At a second school in Lacatio, a small town on the seacoast of the Basque Country, 25 youngsters are enrolled. The ages range from 8 to 16 when they can turn professional. Through a special arrangement in Spanish law, the parents sign a contract with Miami Jai-alai for their exclusive services when they start their professional career. And 2 scouts travel all the frontons of Spain to see if any boys are coming along out of the amateur ranks. To win the amateur championship of Jai-alai is tantamount to a contract from Miami Jai-alai. Miami Jai-alai also owns Tampa Jai-alai, is constructing a fronton at Ocala, and is seeking a new permit for a fronton in Fort Pierce. The stockholders of Miami Jai-alai are of course proud of their multi-million-dollar sports showplace, but they take more pride in the fact that there never has been any scandal nor even an official accusation of one in nearly 1/2 century. What other sport can claim this record? Strict management, supervision, and the scrutiny of the Florida State Racing Commission has paid off. Yes, Jai-alai is excitement, and Miami Jai-alai, for nearly 50 years, has put it all together.